Good morning, champs, and hope you are very well, transforming yourself to web professionals, to full stack web application developers, and I guess you guys are practicing also very hard. Do not disappoint me, right? And let each and every second and minute and hour of this ongoing COVID-19 lockdown count for you. I keep on repeating, let not this lockdown take better of you. Take the better of lockdown. Practice hard. And then you'll come up and meet me tomorrow at the center and say, sir, I'll say, what have you achieved in lockdown? Sir, I've achieved. I've become a full stack developer. And that's what we really achieve, right? And achievements do not come by dreaming, but by practicing very hard. And to win, you need to begin. You won't win if you don't begin. All right? And that's having said that and taking that thing into consideration, let's get started with a good note of developing web applications using JSP, right? And full stack web application. You know what we have done so far is that we have achieved many different things, right? And we have been able to achieve a complete. We have reused the design. We have reused UI, right? And we have reused, for example, if I go to profile.jsp, do we have profile.jsp? Yeah. Right, you can clearly see that we have retrieved the UI design and we have configured everything so well. Alright, so let me go back and see what have we done. For example, now if I do something like this, now you can see that we have already applied hover here. Let me apply some transition here so that you get aware of CSS or maybe new CSS3 properties. So far, and it's, do not forget, it's HTML5. And for example, if I go to this navigation, where is my navigation? Yeah. So I go to my navigation, right, and I say that navigation li has a hover where we are changing the background color, yeah, and it has all the properties being set to li. So that is the list item. So can I change and can I apply some animations or some transitions here? Yes, right. So I'll be giving you tips and tricks about every single thing that's required for you to become a good and nice web developer. And for this, we'll understand animations in CSS3 are the properties which can be used to animate any object without using Flash. Flash is a third-party software for animations. We'll not use it or any JavaScript, right? We'll try and use pure CSS3, and we'll use animations, we use transitions, right? So let me show you a demonstration of it's about transition. Now you can see that we're clicking here, it's abruptly coming. And today's world, and I know we are at www revolution. So in today's world, this is not going to be sufficient. So we need to have some transitions and give, because the more better the UI is, the more better every single thing may look. And then you'll practice very hard at the back of the code also. Backend and frontend should both be, it should be very well. Design should be well, it should be understood, it should be user-friendly and whatnot, right? And let's get started, and let me tell you that I want to give transition, right? So I want to give, transition can be given on width or height. So let me say I want to give here a transition, right? And the property that I'm going to give transition is on background, right? So I'll say on background dash color. So I want to apply my transition on background property, right? And this is color. You can give width and height also, it depends. And I'll say transition duration is going to be 2s, means 2 seconds. I want this transition to last for 2 seconds, and that's it. I'll go to my hover now. Now, the moment I write this, the transition is going to be for 2 seconds on the background color. So whenever I apply hover, now you can see, slowly coming. Slowly, now you can see the transition is being applied slowly and gradually, but 2 seconds I suppose still is very too much. All right, and now you can see it starts coming slow and then gets fast. So let me have the consistent speed of transition. So for that, so I'll use transition. I'll use the transition timing function, which is going to be linear. Linear means consistent throughout. So I don't want it to come slow and go fast. So you can see it's linear now. You can see that we have been able to apply transition here. It looks much better now, right? So one property is sufficient for the day, right? I suppose. Yeah. So let me quickly go and make another section today, which is going to be an admin section, right? and I will clearly go and say that, hey, JSP, I need another folder here which is going to be admin, right? So I need another folder for admin section. So this is going to be my admin section, right? And what I will do right here, all right, I will make everything that is, meant for administering the backend and every single thing which is required, right? So I'll try and make every single thing here, but yeah, let me see that the backend and the front end are same. All right, so this is going to be for the backend and this is going to be for the front end as well. So for backend, we are going to create a different design, all right, and for that I'll copy the same design, or I can create a different design as well. It depends on your needs and requirements and depends on your choice automatically, right? And for that, if I go and create a new design, I'll show you how to create that design as well, all right? And coming back to our front end, now you can clearly see we have not applied. And now the moment we have applied transition here doesn't mean we'll have to apply anywhere, right? So if I go to profile.jsp, because it's using the same menu, if I go to register.jsp, I'm using the same transition here, all right, and I'm using the same news right here. So that's what I want to tell you guys. All right, and let's go back and start doing something very good. All right, and so far we are done. Okay, let me create some links here, some important links. And for that, what will I do? I need not open all the pages. I'll open only one page, which is, I'll go to views, and views has many different things. Only one thing, that's navigation.jsp. So I am going to add right here. Now see the magic here. I will say, right, and now I'll go ahead and say that, hey, I want an ahref, right? I want home to be, right, ahref. So I want to give hyperlink to home. So we haven't styled it, we'll style it later on. And I want to give ahref on every single thing. So this is ahref here, ahref here, ahref here, right? All the links, right? Okay, so let me close the anchor tag. All right, so I'll close the anchor tag now. Each and everywhere I'll close this anchor tag. Alright, so now I need to define the color, because everything you can see anchor tag has changed the color. I'll go back to CSS and define the color back. Okay, I can go and say that wherever I use A, right, the color decoration is none and the cursor is pointer. But I want second thing, I want the color to be consistent, right? Color is going to #FFF, right? And now you can see the color is changed. Now you can see this transition is also there. So now I go back to my main navigation, and I say I want to apply something here. So I open my braces and I will say config dot. Now the moment I say config, so let me make an object of config here, right? I don't need to make an object here. Why? Because it's already there, right? So I'll say config, right? So if I import it, essentials.config, so I'll say config c equals new config, right? Now considering that we've already defined config in config.jsp, so config c is equal to new config, so it's already defined, right? So I don't need to redefine it. But yeah, just to show you guys, I'll say c, right? I can say c dot, I'll say c dot expressions, right? And why don't I get them, right? I don't know. Okay, I'll say c dot get the web host, right? Or we can say dot get website URL. The moment I do this, all right, so let it deploy. So after deploying, you can clearly see an error. All right, here. Okay, why is it taking too much to deploy? I don't know. Yeah. Now since you can see that this file is included in header, I'll go to includes, and now you can see that this file is included in header. You can see navigation is included in header, and first header has config and then header has this navigation. That means I don't have to redefine this config, the config is already defined, so that's what I do. I'll say okay, save it then if I don't have to redefine it. And what is this? Unexpected exception, so I don't want it. Okay, let it be. Alright, so now we say downloading HTTP Java doc. I don't know what is it doing here. I have no idea, but yeah, since you can see that now once I click on login, I'm redirected to the main page, right? Because we've already defined what this get website URL is doing. It is going to show you an error, but ignore the error because the file is not meant to be separately used. It's meant to be joined and used with you know what you call that, others, right? So I can say right here, so it's meant to be included, not separately used. Now once this file is included in header.jsp, right, it already has config being included, and config file already has, if I show you, this config file is already having the object of config C. You cannot create a new object. The moment you create a new object, you're going to lose everything in here, right? So we have to make sure that we're using this object each and every time, right? Alright then, so I hope you have understood this part. And let me go to main navigation, start doing it again to everywhere. So I'll say now here I want to go to C website, and then I say I want to go to slash, which is going to be / profile.jsp, and here I want to go to my website URL, and after that I want to go to /about about.jsp, and maybe links is going to be register register. So I will go to /register.jsp, and for examinations I'll go to this, and for examinations I'll go to exam.jsp, and what else? Here I will go to student students.jsp. Now when I have to publish this website online, well, what has happened just now? I don't know. Okay, I got rid. Okay, my God, why have I printed this outside? Right, I'll have to print it inside. Still outside here. It has to be inside. Okay, now fine. Now you can see if I click on register, nothing happens. If I click on about, nothing happens. If I click on examination, so nothing. Okay, I'll have to see what is the problem right here. Okay, let me delete all this, or maybe we messed up everything here. Alright, so I don't want this. Okay, fine. So the moment I click on profile, I have to write plus, right, and redirect me to /profile.jsp. You can concatenate it here in expressions. Now if I click profile, yeah, I go to profile.jsp. I don't have to click / is already there, right? So if I click on profile, I get redirected to profile, and then I click on home, I get it. Okay, fine. So this is how we'll do it, right? So concatenation, right? So I'll take the entire hyperlink, paste it here, paste it here, paste it here, and paste it here. Now about will take us to about.jsp. Profile is going to take us to, what is link? So it is register student. What does student? So it's the register student.jsp, and I'll say register, right? And student students.jsp and exam.jsp. Now that's we are done here. Now we can check all the links. Register register.jsp. Why do we have twice JSP? I don't know what is wrong with me these days. Now if I go to profile, profile.jsp, I go to register, register.jsp, and I go back to home. Now for example, if I have to publish this website all online tomorrow, what I have to do, I just have to change this. For example, if I want home, if I want you to go to https, right, and let's say /NIIT Srinagar.com/about right, .php. Now you can see this. For example, this is my home URL, or not about.php, sorry. Now I have published the website, and now the website URL is, it's going to automatically impact and it's going to automatically affect all the URLs. Now you can see if I click on home, you can clearly see I will go to nitsrinagar.com. So that's what dynamic URL assignments are, right? So dynamically it's taking place. Now you can see here, as I pass the mouse, you can see nitsrinagar.com/profile, nitsrinagar about.jsp, and then every single thing is coming absolutely fine, because I don't have internet connected at this time, so we'll not be able to visit it. But this is why we use this, right? So at this moment in time we're using localhost, so I'll better be using localhost, right? So I can go to profile and back to register, right? And I can go back to home. Now you can see dynamically the URL is taken everywhere. So this URL is dynamic now. You can change it here, right? So this is one of the biggest achievements maybe for today. We achieved too much, right? Okay, now let me go and design a register.jsp and start using JSON. Okay. I'll go to my register.jsp here, and I'll click on register.jsp. Right, and it has everything here. The only thing that I have to do is do with this paragraph in here, and I will use, because I do have a flexible model. Alright, so let me use something like this. Okay, let me see, what can I use here? Table maybe, or what? Because we have a flexible model. So let me use, sorry, so let me not use anything at all then, right? Maybe, who knows? Alright, so let me use h1 here. Alright, and I will say, right, register for test, right? Register for test, right? So now we are having it here, and then I can go and have an article here maybe. Yeah, I can use article, article, and I can close article. What if I use another article here? Yeah, now you can see that the moment I use article, this design will automatically come. You can change the design as well, but then because I have used article, because article has already got the styling and everything here, and I can use here the H group, right, and I can close the H group here, right? So now we have done. Okay, now we have the H group. We'll have H2 now, right? We can say I will have H, maybe H2, so that's going to be fine. Register for test, and I can say, right, and login. Register for test and login, right? Register for test and all other features, right? So that's fine. Register for test and all other features, right? Alright, so if you want to use group, you can use. If you don't want to use group, so I can say I'll use H3 here. It depends on what your particular interest is, right? Let me use H5 and H5. So I'll have to separately style it maybe using H5, so I haven't. So let me go and do it quickly. So I'll say H5 is not going to have, right, it's going to have font size of 12 pixels, right, but it is not going to have 13 pixels. So font weight is not going to be bold, right? Font weight is going to be light. Do we have light here? Yeah, it's going to be lighter. So we'll use lighter font and all other features, right? And I'll say line height 30 pixels maybe here. Yeah, line height will just make it a bit far from where I wanted it to be, so I'll say 20 pixels. Okay, so line height of 20 pixels is also good. Okay, let me go and correct. Where is article? Right, so you can see the article is here and we have some background here. So can we change this background, right, to something very funny? Yeah, we have been able to change it. If you want, you can do. If you don't want, so I want my background here to be, okay, okay, let it be this, so we don't want to change it. Fine then. So now after the head group, so I will have the paragraph, right, and in paragraph I will make form, alright, I'll say form, and I'll not make any action because this is the form that I'm making to make sure that enter button is working for us guys, right? Okay, let me go ahead and type input type text placeholder is going to be, and we'll have to see what things do I have to make. And for that I'll go to source packages and I'll go to DAO models. So I have to make fname and name. Okay, let me quickly make it. So I will say txt fname, right? So now then I will make txtl name, no tables today, right? HTML5 styling. So I will say txt user name. So I'll make another, let's say about txt password, txt password. So they're going to look here and there, right? So the moment, because we haven't styled them yet, so right. Why am I using this as placeholder? My God! So I'll say id if id and id, because we'll be using AJAX here. And now we'll say placeholder something like here. Alright, so let me copy this placeholder and say, right, enter your first name, right, the second placeholder, enter your, right, last name or middle name, you can say, and right, we can say choose a username, right, and here I'll do something else, right? So I'll say create a new password, right, and this is going to be the placeholder here. Alright, so let me see. Yeah, placeholders are coming. So let me go ahead and style with before styling I'll have to see. Then we have DOB and we have message is not there, gender is there, email, contact. So let me go ahead with confirm password first, right, and then I'll do the rest of the things. Okay, let me copy it for doing things quickly, right. So let me choose it, choose a username, create a new password. So I'll say confirm your password. So I call this as txtc password, and then we have, okay, we have then email, contact, mobile, right? So we have email. So let's say txt email. So I'll say input type email, id txt email, right? Enter your email address, right? And then we have why do I do this here? Create a new password. Sorry. Confirm your password, and I'll do it here. Enter your email address, that is txt email, and write, okay, say txt mobile, mobile. Okay, I will say enter your mobile number. Alright, so this is what I can say. that hey, you please enter your mobile number. Okay, now we can have another things right here. After the mobile number we have contact, so we can say right txt, right, enter your contact, enter your contact number. Right now the contact number has come, and I can say right after the contact number, what else do we need is address or maybe gender and DOB. Alright, so I'll say enter your input type is going to be date, and we call this txtdob. So enter, or we can say choose your DOB. Why do I say choose your DOB? Right, because it's going to be here, mmddyy. I'll tell you what to do with this later on. Okay, so let me copy this and say, okay, I'll say something like this. So I'll say input, or I'll say select, right, ID, gender, right, and I can say select has an option, right. I close the option, and option value is equal to -1, and this is going to be select your gender, right. So this is going to be select your gender, and 1 and 0. So I'll say 1, and I will say 0. All right, I'll say that this is male, you are a male, or you are a female. So now this is also done. Select your gender, male or female. This is also done. Do we miss something then? Nothing, I suppose. Address, yeah, we do miss out on address. Alright, now we'll be using text area, and let me close this text area here. I'll say text area ID is equal to txtARRES. So now we're using text area for this. Yeah, absolutely fine. Alright, so now I can go and style this, right. And the first thing that I'm going to tell this, that it is going to be ID form, right, details, PA panel. So we call this as form details panel, right, or we can say, yeah, form details panel. I'll quickly go to my default.css and do whatever magic I have to do. So I'll say form details panel. The first thing that I am going to do with this kind of form details panel is I am going to apply some kind of property here, right, and that property is going to be that I want this to be displayed as, I'll say display. Okay, I will say display, right, and I'll use dash webkit dash box, display as webkit box. All right, nothing happens the moment I say now dash webkit dash box, right, and I will say webkit dash box dot orientation is equal to horizontal. So you can say that the box orientation is now horizontal. Now you can say it's horizontal. You can say ver vertical. You can call this word. Nothing is happening because we are doing we are not calling this hash forms panel. After I call this hash forms panel, I am not doing directly to this, so I will say dash star whatever is in it, or maybe we'll target input, all the input types. Why isn't it getting reflected? Okay, let me see this. If I target input, so I'll say width is equal to 100%. Take all the available area given to you. Now it's not being applied, so I'll have to go back and check my forms detail panel, which is this index. I'll close this. I have to go to register students, which is forms detail panel. Inside that we have form. Yeah, everything is nice. Maybe it's caching, right? Who knows? Alright, so let me see this. So let me go Control H. You can even hit this Alt key to delete, but yeah, at times it doesn't work. So let me go ahead and check that. Yeah, no, it's not getting applied. Why? Forms detail panel is para. Right, I know that. Why isn't it getting applied? That has form. Forms detail panel has a form in it, right? And then what is the problem? Let me go directly to forms detail panel and say, hey forms detail panel, you mind if your background color is red, so that I can see whether my CSS is working? Absolutely not working, right? So that is the biggest problem we're having. Why isn't it working? Form details panel. Okay, so PID, it's after the H group. Okay, let me make it div. Maybe it is going to work if I make it div. Why wouldn't it? Div, so see whether it works. Yeah, it's not working with P, so I'll better make div right here, right? So I made this section rather than div. So I'll make it section right here. Right, now we have a section here. Right, and now what I say to this section is right, and I'll go back and use all the properties back, right? So I'll say display horizontal. So it is displaying, and if I say display vertical, now I'll say display vertical. Maybe spelling mistakes somewhere. Do you find it? No. Okay, let me see. Display WebKit dash box. That's absolutely fine. WebKit dash box dash ORIENT. That is vertical. Alright, so that's again fine. Input. So I have to target inputs here. Yeah. Now you can say inputs are coming vertically, right? And if I say horizontal, it's basically vertical align, right? So you can see HORIZONTAL, HORIZONTAL. Now you can see horizontal. Now it's not working, maybe. Alright. We don't have to display them box. Yeah. If I now say vertical, they have to come vertical, or maybe, okay, just a moment. Alright, so it doesn't matter, so we'll keep them as horizontal for the time being, right? As vertical, not horizontal. Yeah, now they are coming vertical. I don't know, at times it stops working, right? And say that inputs have width, or we can say dash WebKit dash flex, right? And I can use that flexible property. Can I use that and set it true? Yeah, why not? I can use it any moment in time, right? Because I want them to take the entire available area, right? So whatsoever is available, please take the entire available area. And for that, I will be using WebKit box dash flex as one. So set it true. I don't know, maybe its form is inside. It's not setting anything true, right? Maybe because of the form. So I will say forms details panel has a form, and do it to the form. Maybe it may work with the form, and form has input types. Yeah, input is working. Okay, let me say that it is going to be flexible. Alright, so let me use WebKit box flex true. Yeah, but there's still I'll have to give width of 100%. Now you can see that it should work. Yeah, now 100% width is taken. Let me give it a line height of 30 pixels so that there is some gap between lines, right? And you can see that the line height is not meant to be given here. Let me style forms div and then input separately, right? So let me give line height is equal to 20 pixels, right? So now the line height is 20 pixels, or maybe 40 pixels. Now you can see 40 pixels is more gap. I'll give 20 pixels, right? Alright, okay, 20 pixels is working. And I'll say margin is going to be 20 pixels and auto. From top it's going to take 20 pixels. Maybe 20 pixels is too much, so take 5 pixels margin. From top and right left is auto. Yeah, it started doing its job now. Say 3 pixels. Okay, let me say 2 pixels. Okay, fine. So is 2 pixels good? Yeah, 2 pixels is good. And now input type text will have the height as 200 pixels. Oh my god, 200 pixels. Maybe 25 pixels. Let me increase it. 35 pixels. Okay, 35 pixels is good. Not bad. So we are styling only input, not select. You can, if you want to style select also, you can say comma select. Now you are styling select as well. Now you can say select is also styled. And you can say comma if you want the same with text area. You can say text area text area, and text area is going to take the same styling, right? You can see here. Sorry. Alright then, styling is done. And now you can see that the text which is this placeholder text is coming just overlapped with the corners. So I can say padding left is going to be 5 pixels. Why are you coming? Okay, let me give 15 pixels. Fine, right? So now you can see it's not around the corners. That's absolutely fine. So instead of giving 100%, I will give 97% right here, so that it has space from here and here. Maybe 98% will do. Okay, no, 97 was quite good, so let me keep it 97%. Alright then, so now every single thing has started coming. Right, so everything is coming right. So let me go ahead and say background as none. So I don't want any background. You can see now the background is taken away. And I can say back border 1 pixels solid, and it is going to be a bit darker than what it is already, right? If you want to get the color chooser, you have to choose it first, right? Or maybe second. Color has to be the second property in order to get the color chooser, who knows? And you're not getting it, so you can say it has to be then the first property. 1 pixels is already there, so I can say, yeah, it has to be the first property then. Yeah, then you can get color chooser. And now I get color chooser. I'll go slightly darker than the border, the background. Now you can see it's slightly darker than the background. Not too much, so it's maybe too much darker than the background. So you can delete it and create your own maybe. Alright, so where is the color chooser? At times it goes somewhere that I have no idea about, right? Yeah, I can see here. Right, you can choose this. Yeah, it has now more lighter background. You can clearly see it has more lighter background right here. Okay, fine. So maybe I don't like this article. Let me create a hash FFF. Right, so now it has let me make sure that it has very lighter color, which is maybe this FFF. Right, so it looks much better now. And the border is hash CCC. Right, now it looks much better, and now we can style it like this also. And now here the border is going to be #FFF, or maybe FFF is not visible too much. I'll create more grayish, I'll say 999. Right, and you can see 999 is quite better. Let me increase the height to 40 pixels. Yeah, now let me check the flexible model. Is it flexible enough? Yeah, flexibility is there. Fine, then we have all the details here. Right, okay. Now let me have border instead of border. I'll say border dot bottom only. Now see the magic, the moment I say border dot bottom, we'll have only border dash bottom. Now you can see, and for that I'll have to use border. First get rid of the border, right? And then once you get rid of the border, then you can have border from the bottom side only. You can see that the border is coming from this side, and instead of solid you can have dashed. Now it's a modern style. Now you have dashed. Okay, still outline is coming here, so I can get rid of the outline by saying outlined none. Right, after outline none, you can see now you don't have any outline. So write your name and write everything, right? So it's working fine now. Right, so this is your form, right? Okay, form is good. And this is your text area. And we may require one more thing right here. Okay, that is going to be our input type submit. So I'll go with input type submit here, and I'll say value is equal to register, register. Now you have input type submit here, and the value here is register. Right, so now everything looks fine here. Right, so now if I go back and click on home, home has the articles as it is. And if I go ahead and see the remaining things, students is here. Maybe we have only profile, we have register, and we have home. Alright, let me go back to register. And now, because changing anything in the article has actually affected many different things right here. You can see this change in article has affected many different things, so I don't want that. Alright, so let me go back and change it once again to what it was. Perhaps it was like this, or maybe like this. Okay, let me go to HSV. It was maybe a bit this, and let me change the border as well, which is going to be slightly higher than, or maybe darker than what it was. So right, so I'll go to home, and I will have to find some other ways of setting it here so that it changes only this, right, this article, rather than changing all the articles. And for that, what I'm going to do is I will go to this register student, and I'll say where is the article. Right, the article is here, and I'll give this article an ID. Right, or maybe I'll not give this an ID. Alright, I can give this an ID, so I'll say register article. So this is called as register article. Alright, so let me have this only so that I can style the remaining things now. So I can give register article is here. Alright, and now I can do whatever I want to do with this. So I can say background #FFF. Right. Okay, so now it's not coming. If I apply important, yeah, now what this important does here is it overrides not important. This and this means article already has styling if I want to remove, or you can say clear. You can either say clear both, right? So clear both is going to again clear the formatting before applying the formatting here. Now you have said clear both, it has already cleared the formatting, and now this is your register, right? And this is your home, this is your profile, and we'll keep it simple, and colors may change, so I have the tendency of losing focus while coloring. I don't get satisfied, I never get satisfied. Let me take a look at the timings. Still 44. So now then, this register is done. I'm going to do a few things that I have never done with registration page. And the first thing is going to be, I will make something very good here. I'll go to username, right, and I will just underneath, I'll hit a break line here, right, and I will say check, right, so I'll say check availability. Now you can see right here you have this check availability, right, and I'll make sure that it is inside a paragraph, right, maybe, yeah. So now you can see I will have this check availability right here. All right, so this is very important, and I will also say, I'll also go to email and I'll place the check availability right here. This is what you see every time, right? So check availability is here and check availability is also here, right? So I'll tell you what to do with this check availability, because since we are doing everything with AJAX, as soon as we pass the mouse over, and then everything is going to be fine. So now we are doing this much hard work just to create the flexible model, right, to make sure that our website is even accessible from small screens, right? So that's what I intend doing, and please complete this design. I haven't shown you anything extra today, but yeah, apart from some animations, which is transition, which was very important, and the normal designing patterns, it should not take you more than 1 hour to complete this design, and still you have a day off tomorrow. Right, I want your design to be complete. Once the design is complete, the more toughest part is design. Programming will be done, just like this. So I want you to get ready and keep your project file ready, right? And anything that I can help you with, you can comment down in the section and ask me, or email me, or you can call me and you can ask me directly in the group. I wish you all the best. Do practice very hard. Bye bye.